Good morning. Alright, today in this lecture we will revise some concepts and tricks we have learned in the previous lectures. We will practice in this lecture through a dataset called Gapminder. Okay, it is located on Kaggle. It provides us with GDP and life expectancy for some countries from 1952 to 2007. First, we'll import the packages pandas, numpy, matplotlib.pyplot. Okay. Then we will upload our dataset. To get an overview of your dataset, use head method, as you know. Okay, this is the dataset. This is column country. This is the year from 1952 to 2007. Then the population of each country in that year. Okay. Then what is the content of this country? Okay, and the life expectancy of the country in that year. Then gross domestic price per capita in that year. Okay, if you need to get some information about missing values and data types, use info methods. Okay, info method. In this dataset, there is 1,704 non-null, okay, and there is no missing values in all column. And these are the data types of each column. Okay, you have here the country, year, population, content, life expectancy, and GDP per capita. If you wanna describe or get some statistics about your dataset, use the describe method. Okay, you will get some information, okay, regarding only numeric column, okay, about count, mean, standard deviation, minimum, first quartile, median, third quartile, and the maximum value. If you want to know the column name, use the column attributes. Okay. For row names, use index attribute. If you want to know the shape of your dataset, how many observations and how many predictor. Okay, as you know in the previous lecture, if you wanna select or subset column, okay, like country here in dataset. Okay, this is the column regarding country. Okay, and as you see, each country is repeated, as I think, 6 times. Okay, from 1952 to 2007. Okay, there are repetition or occurrences. If you wanna know how many different country, okay, without repetition or without occurrence, use n unique. Okay, you will receive 142 for all countries in the world. As I think this number may be plus or minus. Okay, if you wanna select more than column or zoom in more than one column, use double brackets as you know, this one for subsetting column and this one for left. Okay, here you are interested in country column and population column. Okay, if you wanna filter or subset rows, okay, concerning Egypt in the column country, if you want to if you wanna get the rows that include only Egypt, okay, and zoom in GDP per capita, okay, you will get this, or you will receive this out. Okay, if you interested in the two column year and population for Egypt, okay, you will receive in 1952 this is the population of Egypt, okay, and for 1957 to 2007, okay, as I think 80 million of people, okay. This is the overview of your dataset, and here we will need to answer some question. The first one, we need for each year in our data, what was the average life expectancy in each year for all countries? We wanna know what was the average life expectancy. Also, what about population and GDP? And the third question, how many countries are listed in each continent? Okay, to answer the first one, this one, you need to get the average life expectancy for each year. Okay, we will first use group by to make groups of the dataset based on year. Then you are interested in life expectancy, okay, and get the average or the mean value of life expectancy. Okay, this is the groups, this is the categories, okay, from 1952 to 2000, and you are interested in life expectancy, and this is the average score or average value of life expectancy of all countries in all continents. Okay, what about population and GDP? We will also group the dataset based on year, and then zoom in population column and use the method mean. Okay, you will receive this value. Okay, for GDP, do the same. Okay, how many countries are listed in each continent? What is the capacity of each continent concerning number of countries? First, you need to make groups of the dataset based on continent. Then use the method size. Okay, it will get you how many countries in each continent, how many observation, okay, in each continent. And if you need to sort values to get the first one, okay, that has low capacity, and set the ascending argument to true. Okay, but first, is this right or wrong? Yes, you are right. This is wrong. Why? As you know from the dataset is concerned with all statistics from 1952 to 2007. So the country, for each country, you will receive mini observation. Okay, as you see here, if you execute this instruction, you will get for America 300. As I think in America about 25 countries, not 300, but for each country there was observation from year 1952 and 1957, etc., till 2007. Okay, so this is wrong. The other way, or the right way to think in this, first you need to group the data by continent as above, okay, and zoom in the column country, and you need to receive only the unique values of country. Okay, so using n unique method will get back to you, will return to you how many countries without repetition, only one observation for each country. Okay, so you will get in Africa, you will get 52 country, as I think this number is okay. America 25, and Asia 33, and Europe 30, and Oceania, as I think this is Australia and New Zealand, 2 country only. Okay, this is okay. If you want to make some analysis about each continent, so we group the data set by continent, then we will zoom in the column gross domestic price per capita and get the average value. Okay, you will see here, this is the average of gross domestic price per capita for Africa, 2,193, and Oceania 18,621. Okay, if you wanna filter your data or split the data frame into sections, depend on the continent object and need to list only Africa continent, use the method getGroup. Okay, you will receive here all observation concerning Africa. Okay, and this is all countries in Africa continent. Okay, starting with Algeria to Zimbabwe. Okay, and all the columns of the data set: year, population, content, life expectancy, and GDP per capita. Okay, if you are interested in just the name of the country, okay, this is the name of the country for all countries contained in Africa. If you want to, if you wanna drop duplicates, use drop duplicates to get one observation only for each country in all countries in Africa. Okay, you will get only one observation for Algeria, one observation for Angola, one for Benin, one for Botswana, etc. Okay, and as I think this number of rows will be equal to 52, one for each country, and all countries, the number of countries in Africa continent, as I think 52. Okay, so if you use shape attribute, you will receive 52 observation. Okay, this is Africa, as I said. Okay, the other way to get how many countries in Africa, to group the data by continent, then get group Africa, zoom in country column, and use the method n unique to get numbers of country without repetition. Okay, and this is 52. Okay, as you know, the group object produced by group by function is iterable. Iterable here means in sequence, so you may use in for loop. Okay, use group by method for continent, so you will get the name of the group and this section of group. Okay, if you print name and print group, you will get the name and group. First, Africa, this is the name of the group object, and this is the section of the data frame concerning Africa continent. Then the name Americas, and this is the section of data frame concerning Americas, and etc. Okay, we reached the end of the lecture, but before we end this lecture, there is one quiz for you, and I will wait for your good answers. What is the country with maximum life expectancy in Asia? I need you first to think in this question and write code to get the maximum life expectancy in Asia. Also here, this is the references we are depend on while preparing this lecture. Please like, share, subscribe if you like the content. Thank you and bye bye.